What's up, guys? X Mega Mills. Actually, this is the third one I did today. It was actually inspired because I've had some great interactions with my clients, and of course, with their permission, I want to put this out to everyone so that we can all heal together and all get clarity together. We all need to be on the same page so that we have clarity and we can make better decisions with our lives. So, of course, the topic is about the bullshit. What's up, Charlene, JJ? So I'm going to give people a chance to show up, guys. So thank you so much. So I'm going to hit my favorite note. Oh, yes. I'm going to be talking about something that is very controversial. But bear with me. Mega Mills is very fair. She's just not going to just start saying things. I ain't no hater. I ain't reckless with the mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? This is specifically about a correspondence I had with a client about her experience with, quote unquote, with someone presenting to her this poly situation. So let me get into detail. I was trying to get people to come in, but I'm not going to do this all night. I just want to, I have to put my glasses on for a little bit because I'm about to read some notes, okay? So this is what's going on, all right? There is a trend on polygamy, or let's just say poly, to be politically correct, okay? And so, this is the argument, right? The guy is like, the thing is, there's a lot of women out here without men. It's like for a woman to a man. So my thing is to help society. It's my, my job to, have more wives. That way, we can all share resources, and nobody should be alone. We got to have a community. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And you know what? When someone says that, it sounds real rational. It sounds real. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, there's a lot of women out here that are single. We have all these families, single-headed families. There are needs, like, babysitting needs. I just found out I don't have children, okay? So, I'm finding out people are paying $1,500 a month for, like, daycare. Like, I don't know how y'all do this. How y'all paying $1,500 for daycare, y'all? How y'all doing it, man? Yo, let me give you a high five on that, yo. Let me give you a high five. For real. On the black hand side. I don't know how y'all doing that, but you know what I'm saying? Shit. Hey. Alright, I got two chihuahuas, alright, by choice. And guess what? If I need to get babysitters for them, doggy sitters, it's like $20 a night. But $1,500 a month? My God. So, I'm in the wrong business. Anyway, that was a tangent. So, anyway, so, this is the off. So, we're going to go into the contract here. This is what a contract is. I'm going to go over the breaking down of a contract so you understand what's going on here, okay? Now, so there is a need, right? The need is there a woman who need companionship. They need support of a family because a family is broken up today. People are not living with their family, grandparents and so forth. They're in homes. And so there is a great need for community. And we know this, right? So, of course, a man is propositioning you and saying, you know what, how about we all put our, resources together so that our children can benefit, and so that we can all have a sense of community and culture. It sounds like a good offer. So a contract is first an offer, right? So he offered to you, let's do this. Let's be polygamous. Let's do some poly work, right? And then there's a consideration. You say, let me think about it. Let me think about it. You know what I'm saying? And then you decide to accept the offer. And you guys, later on, it's called mutuality, the agreeing of it. Oh, so most people, women, what they do is they offer and they don't really ask about the terms of the relationship. It's very unclear to them what they're accepting, okay? But many of us are in continual contracts with men or in other situations, but for this particularly, you're making contracts with men about getting into a poly life, right? But you're not being clear exactly what you benefit from and what you're going to get. And so therefore it gets ugly because you didn't really understand it, right? You guys are you're just hoping that he's leading the way and he knows what he's talking about. So there are different types of poly relationships, okay? Poly, by the way, means many, okay? Polygamy is many marriages, you know, usually it's husband-centered. So usually when you think of polygamy, you think of the hen house and there's only one rooster, you know what I'm saying? There's only one rooster. He's walking around, you know what I'm saying? And only he gets to get, you know, have multiple partners, right? That's the polygamous relationship, the rooster-centered. And then polyamory means many loves, okay? So that right there, you know, this is what's going on now. The relationship, what's going on that's prevalent right now is people aren't really getting married like they used to. So it's just many loves, you know, you just having many lovers and it's just free love around and it's really no accountability and so forth. So in the beginning, it's great, you know, you're in love and you find out he has another love, but there's really no rules, no boundaries. And that's when it gets really messy because then you have children and then, you know, stuff like child support. The government has to come in and intervene because there was no boundaries set up between you guys. And that's when it gets really ugly, you know. And I'm only specifically talking about this arena. I'm not talking about all the others, okay? So please don't say, Mega Mills, you didn't talk about this. I'm only speaking specifically about this right here, okay? And so polyandry is the woman center when she has many, many lovers, okay? I mean, many husbands, you know. Now, me personally, if I am going to be in a poly relationship, I'm thinking polyandry is the answer for me. I mean, you know, we got to think about what's in it for me. You feel me? So when a guy presents to you and he says to you, yeah, I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of single women out here, you know, it's just desperation, you know what I'm saying, I'm a king, you know what I mean, I think we should all get together, pool our resources. What you need to ask is, you know, the offer, right? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Right? Not just that D on Thursday, but what's in it for me, right? So you need to think about what it is you want in a poly relationship. If you're going to be in a poly relationship, you as a woman has to say what you want. What is it you want? I mean, Aisha says, where's the money? I mean, you could say that too, but you know, I don't know how that works out when you have that conversation. Okay, so as a woman, you have to decide what is it you want in a man, okay? Yeah, you want a man that's going to help out. We want a man who, in all this poly, not just having many lovers and all that stuff, we want a man who has responsibility, integrity. You get what I'm saying? If a man, I mean, I'm going to be honest. Mega Mills is a free-spirited woman, okay? I have... In my personal life, I am not against being with a man who has the means to take care of me. So my thing is, what's in it for me? Well, you know what I'm saying? You ain't going to be alone. The community, I'm like, I ain't got no kids. Okay, so my thing is, of course, since I don't have kids, I'm like, you know, I understand they got kids and all that stuff, but what's in it for me? Because I don't have kids. What's in it for me? Well, you know, the thing is, I know you have this business, and so I'm going to help you out. I have property here, and you can set up your business in this location, and I'm going to sort you out because I'm going to assist you with the resources, and, you know, we're going to help you get clientele and so forth and support each other. And besides, you know, I love you and A, B, and C. I'm like, okay, that is a great offer. So I'm going to consider what you're saying. Makes sense. I mean, that sounds like a benefit for me. Not only am I'm with a guy that loves me, right? In a romantic sense, he's telling me here's the benefit. I'm gonna give you. You're not gonna have to worry about bills. You're not gonna have to worry about scarcity, feeling desperate, or whatever. Just doing this thing called life by yourself. I'm also gonna make sure that any resources that I have, we're gonna make sure that you feel like you have the freedom to do what makes you happy in life. You know what? That works for me. You get what I'm saying? It will work for me, especially if his other woman that he's dealing with, we're on the same page. Now, usually, if you're going to be in a relationship, his other woman probably either going to be older than you or different stages in their life. Maybe they have other skill sets, you know, and so forth. But you want to get involved with, you want to make sure that this person has integrity, and making sure that he's not just running away from his responsibilities, you know. So it is true, there are far more women than men, okay? So, but you have to ask, how can I keep this guy accountable? You know, I personally at this stage of the game is not going to get involved with a man where I have to be concerned about, you know, this man just wanting to have free love, and then when he gets tired of him, he's going to find another woman. You know, that doesn't work for me. For me, what works is me being involved with a man who, through word and deed, is going to show me support and give me the space. Provide me safety, you know, a sense of security where I feel like, you know, this guy's consistent. I know what he does every single day. You know, he has either has a trade, he has, you know, he's got a job or something like that, and you know, he's really responsible. You know, so those kinds of things. When I'm dating a man who's very secure, very grounded, and so forth, it allows me the space to be myself. But of course, if you're dealing with this guy, you know, you have an issue with pimping. You get what I'm saying? It can become pimping. And what I mean by pimping is all benefits, no responsibility. So if you're dealing with a man and it seems like he getting all the benefits, like, don't get me wrong, he can tell you what your benefits are, but in actuality, he's not making any sacrifice. He's just a rooster walking around like I'm the man for whatever reasons. And he's getting all the benefit, and all the women have great jobs, and and it's not really clear what he does other than just being a masculine energy. I mean, that means he may be a manager. And if he's a manager of all his women, then we're starting to get into this lurky area of pimping, harvesting your energies and so forth. So, I mean, if that's what you need is a male manager in your life, just make sure that you're clear of the terms of the contract that you're accepting. That way, later on, gigolo, you want to be clear on that, so that, you know, because you're making these contracts, and the contract that you make today, you're going to be binded in for the next 10 years or 20 years, because you're going to have children. You know, you're going to be entering all different types of contracts because of that, okay? So this is age-old, you know, wisdom. Now, back in the days, you know, our family and our culture, you know, in Africa, usually a man had to bring a dowry, some kind of sacrifice, showing to the family that this is my sacrifice to you, this is my investment to you. If you will take me as your husband, here's the investment, you know. And so we don't have those rituals here in the United States anymore. So because of that, women are making taking major risk in relationships, you know. So I mean, without going into too much details, I have friends who have met guys, friends and clients. Okay, this is happening a lot. And I'm sure you saw that meme with the conscious community and the relationship, they're flying cross country and stuff like that. So these women, you know, they met this guy and he made promises, and, you know, maybe she felt shy, maybe she felt isolated, so she didn't talk to me or anyone else that would give her some sound advice, you know. And so they go cross country, and then the guy just like does the old bait and switch, and she's totally vulnerable. She's having kids with this guy, and basically she had in some of the specific situations I'm talking about, very vulnerable, and, you know, attempted to commit suicide because she felt she betrayed herself, you know. So I definitely don't want my ladies here to go unaware of the contracts that we're making, because women are the earth. We create whatever contracts we agree to. We are the earth, and so of course we are the garden, and that's what we're gonna sprout. That's what we sprout, you know. And so men, they can't really do their magic without us. They need us to create, to manifest their dreams. They need our energy. They need our support. You know, it's a two-way street. You get what I'm saying? So you know what you're offering to this man when you stand by a man's side. You get what I'm saying? Many feel that is a badge of manhood. You get what I'm saying? However, that is not enough. You know, the sacrifice, you know, has to be there. The man has to show through action and deed, this is what I'm offering. Not just so I can be a placeholder man so you don't be alone, right? He's offering, you know, baby, I'm going to set you up with, you know, your sister wife over here, she's not married, so what she does, she watches the kids on Thursdays. You know, we have a house here, so the rent, we have a 5-bedroom house here, and so we have this house, and so everybody can put in $1,000 a month, and then we pay it off or something like that, and then once we pay this off, then the next wife has a house, and the next wife has a house. You know, if he sounds like he is like, you know, business minded, and he's thinking, okay, this is how we're going to create this. We're going to get a compound. We're going to buy land, and then we're going to do A, B, and C. Now, if he starts getting intricate like that, and he's like has a business plan for this, because that's what a relationship is. You know, a marriage is a business, okay? It is a contract. So I know nobody really wants to get into the business of relationships, but you're gonna get in it either in the beginning or you're gonna get it in the back end. Now, me personally, let's get through the ugly stuff in the beginning, so later on it is clear what happens when things dissolve. Okay, I don't want any more of my sisters committing suicide and being victims. Get what I'm saying? When the knowledge is out there, you know, it's our job. Men cannot move forward unless we agree to the contract. And let me tell you another thing, sisters. If this guy is using high pressure sales techniques on you, like say a car salesman, you know, you got to do this now. You got to come down here now. Get rid of all your stuff now, okay? And we can sell your stuff, and I'm going to take your money and all that stuff, and I hold all this stuff. That's another sign too. I mean, women, we need to listen to our bodies. We need to listen to our intuitions. Listen to your body. If your body's telling you, oh my God, I'm confused, you are confused. And that's a tactic, okay? So I'm not saying that all these men who are bringing up the poly life are con men. They're not all. I mean, like I said, I was in a poly relationship for many years, and it worked for me because there was an agreement. I said what I wanted, and this person, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I like a man who takes care of me, and I like to be, well, yeah, I'm a queen, you know. I'm not a diva, but I am very vulnerable, and I like to create, and I like to have my own business. I like to have the freedom to do that, you know. And so, of course, there are men who see that, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to provide that for you, sweetie. Whatever you want, I want you to be happy. That's like, okay. But me, if a man tells me all I want you to do is be happy, Mega Mills, guess what? I'm going to consider that, and I'm most likely going to accept it. You know, there's certain things I want to hear for me to make an agreement to that. You know, I understand that a lot of men, they need to have more than one woman, okay? And if they don't agree with that in the beginning, you know, this happens all the time. So I'm okay with it as long as Mega Mills gets her needs met, which is, you know, I just have a listing of the things that I need in life, you know? And so I want you guys to consider that too. Will he be happy? Well, see, Brett, you know, he didn't ask. We talk about terms. When you get a chance, go back and listen to the video about the terms of the contract, right? You know, there's the offer, the consideration, the acceptance, and mutuality, right? So mostly guys approach us and there's a contract going on. I don't know. That wasn't part of my, you know, I'm not saying to a guy, do you want to be happy? I just want to make you happy. That's not my, he's giving me an offer. I'm not chasing a man and saying, I want you to be happy. I don't know any woman who does that shit. You know what I'm saying? If a man wants me, he sees his happiness in me. Most men, when they see their woman, they see their future, right? So, I mean, I don't know, Brett. I mean, that's not my concern. If a man approaches me, he has to make his offer. You know, and I'm definitely not down to chasing a man and trying to bargain with him as to how I'm going to make him happy. That's just backward. Come on. I'm the earth. I'm the woman. I am the garden. I am the rose. He is the farmer. His job is to create a space and keep it safe and protect me in my space so that I can thrive. Okay, it's not my job to be the farmer and to create a space for him. His job is to create a space for the garden, for his wife, his children, for the woman, to empower us, to protect us. That's the job of the man. That's the job of the man for me. And many of the women that I'm around, they're not feeling protected, they're not feeling empowered, you know. And that's why a lot of us have to start embodying more masculine traits, because it's missing. So when a man is offering masculinity, he's offering protection, he is offering a space for a woman to survive and thrive. And you know, if you guys have children, listen, children love to be in a, when they feel safe, they can thrive. And mommy's safe, you know, the family thrives. When a man is unstable, the house is unstable. Okay? So, of course, I'm not going to really truly address all your issues with the woman and stuff like that. I'm talking about mature women like myself. Mature women who have to combat a lot of this chaos with women out there not knowing what they want. Okay? Back in the days, we had women in our families, and we had traditions that passed down. And so there was like a blueprint for living. The blueprint is not so clear anymore, because right now everything is changing, and labels are changing, and identities are changing. Well, I'm a straight woman. I'm a what they call cis, CIS, right? For me, there is still a blueprint for me to make me that, so I can be happy and I can have contentment in my life. One is a man providing space for me to thrive, to feel comfortable, to feel safe. That's what I need, and all of my women friends and sister girls and clients who are straight females, they desire a safe space for you to create for your woman. So these are the kind of conversations we need to have with our lovers. Okay? Because I'm clear about what I want, you know. I'm totally clear. You know, my background, of course, is working in families. So I've seen my share of broken families, because people, there's just too much vagueness and there's no clarity. So yeah, I'm a little straight ahead, but listen, once we get that business, because I have a background in, you know, business and of course in law, once we get past all those negotiations, you know what I'm saying? If I don't like the offer, I'm like, I reject that offer, make another one. I don't accept that one. I don't agree to that, you know. So thank you, Brett. So anyway, listen, everybody has a right to believe what they want to believe. You don't have to believe or even take into consideration what I'm saying. But I promise you, if you do take in consideration what I'm saying, next time you're involved with someone, it'll be clear to you how to communicate your needs with this person. Because the man is the conscious mind and the woman is the subconscious mind. And our job is to help a man. When men see women, they see their subconscious future. They see the magic of the future. They see their future. They see us transmuting that. And women see a man, we see us helping him get in touch with his emotions and the unknown, because most men don't, he has a lot, this is what I want to do. But most men, they need that woman to help him get in tap with his feelings and his humanity. And women, we need to be in touch. We need to feel safe and protected to manifest all the stuff that's in our imagination, So anyway, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. Contact me and inbox me for your personal reading. I'm having a special. I usually do the Kabbalah Tree of Life. It's about 120, and that reading is pretty extensive. It tells you about your past, what barriers you are, to moving into your next stage of life, and that is usually 120. But I'm gonna do it today for this evening for $80. It's pretty intense. Also, just a general reading if you need consultation. If you have a problem, a relationship problem, depression, anxiety, remember, I also adhere to HIPAA as well, so I don't talk about your personal information outside. I do respect your privacy. If you're having a conflict or some kind of breakdown, inbox me. I'll send you my link. Once you get through, we get past PayPal. I do take a PayPal. I do like Google Wallet as well. But so once we get past that, I'll give you a personal reading where either we can consult the angels, we can consult, you know, your archetype cards. I love doing archetype cards. That helps you get clarity of who you are, what roles you're playing in life. And, you know, most of you guys are stuck. You can't seem to get forward. You can't seem to break through. It may seem that you've been in limbo for the last 5 years, and it probably is because, you know, there's certain things that we need to do to activate you to move forward in your healing. So inbox me for that. That reading is $60 for an hour. And I want you to make sure that you click on the live notification so that you can see my videos posting up. And also, if you valued and got benefit from this, repost it and share it with your friends. Because I believe, I mean, what I said was pretty powerful. It's pretty clear, succinct, easy to understand. And I believe that our community can benefit more if we are communicating without the emotion and getting to the bottom. This is what we're talking about right now. Is called hashtag life skills. Hashtag life skills. We're talking about life skills, things that we can actually do in a practical life to have a more abundant and content life. You know, in the case management world, you know, we teach life skills to kids or to adults to help them, you know, figure out what to do to address concerns. And this is one life skill: understanding how to have boundaries and understanding how to ask for what you want. Okay, so anyway, and also if you have any other questions, you can tag me, Ask Mega Mills, and you know, I might make a video. So anyway, share, like, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.